Hello, Aries. Here's your card. Go ahead and zone into your energy. What's up? So, as you can see by the title, this is going to be your January 10th all the way to the 31st reading for this month. So, Happy New Year's to all of you guys. Oops. Alrighty. If my cards would stop flying. There we go. Okay. So, we're starting off with the Temperance card. And what I really like about this card is this is basically saying that you are doing things, or you're at a point in your life where you are doing things that match your soul. It doesn't mean that you don't have any challenges coming up or you aren't facing anything, but you are at a point where it's more about doing things that matter to you, which is, you know, what you're about anyways as an Aries, but it's more on a heart level, like you're doing it for you, like seriously. So I really like to see that. Then we go into the Two of Pentacles here. So you're making a decision, or you're in a situation where you need to make a decision, you need to prioritize, it's time to do that. But for some reason it has you looking at like the bad things. You're seeing only negative things that can come from the situation. I think it's because you have a lot of options in your way. Like there's definitely a lot of things coming towards you, or a lot of things that you're already dealing with, and you're just not sure which way is going to be emotionally successful for you. And because you're so focused on this, you know, doing things for your soul, it's really important for you to get into that mode of having things that matter to you and nothing less. You know what I mean? Like not settling. You then move into the King of Swords here. So this means you're being very calculated. There may be an air sign around you, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But I do see this as some of you really kind of mentally getting your shit together, and you're really at a place where you're calculated and you're ready to take on things and be logical about situations and really just, you know, do what you got to do. So what are we being in this situation in? Tell me more about this person. All right. So there's a blessing. You may be bossing up financially. You may start to get smarter with your money, learning how to save, learning how to invest, learning how to make more of that money. More about this person. How are they being the King of Swords? Uh-oh. Okay, so we have a couple that just popped up here. So we have the Chariot here. So this could be a couple, or this could be, I'll just explain. So with the Chariot, we have movement here, obviously. So physically, this could be transportation that you're dealing with. So maybe a new car or maybe a fixed car. But this is also transitioning in a way that two things that are usually opposite are actually coming together for the greater good. So this could be like maybe a Cancer in your life that you're with, or maybe some Cancers that you have to work with, live with. You're finally starting to work together, because we do have the Queen of Swords here, Wands. And so this is saying, like, this is you, Aries, you know, whether you're male or female, your energy is really at this point where it's blossoming, and you're really starting to understand yourself as a leader. And that's what that card is basically about. So it's like you're having two opposing forces come together and really, you know, make some magic happen, make some movement happen. And it's causing blessings. It's causing more financial prosperity and lots of things to come as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the middle of your January. So far so good. Looks like you guys are really making some good decisions. Sorry, y'all, I'm looking down here because I'm trying to scoot everything out the way. Middle of January, Aries. All right, first two cards out and last. Okay, so in the middle of January, we do have some injustice here, some things that maybe aren't fair to you, or it could just be some dishonesty on your part. So let's go ahead and see what is unjustified in the situation. What is the situation involving? Two cards. Okay, so some of you are thinking too many thoughts at one time. Some of you are thinking too far ahead into the future. Some of you are just doing a lot mentally, but you feel unprepared to face all of these things in your physical reality. So there may be just be an imbalance in what you want to do versus what you can do right now. That's what I'm starting to feel. I also feel like that might change though, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So karma is coming. So hopefully you are, prepared for that. And yeah, that's basically it for that. Just make sure you're doing what you need to do karmically, so that, energetically it won't come back and really, hurt. We move to the Four of Pentacles there. So it's just saying that you're being really secure with your money. You're probably saving a lot more. You could also just be more secure with yourself and not telling all of your business right now. You could be at a very solitude moment, or energy, I should say. And it's causing you to, just focus more on like finances and maybe domestic life as well, okay? What are we saving? In what situation are we doing this? Yeah, so it seems as though you're focused more on your family, maybe focus more on your finances that support your family and things of that nature. That's definitely what you're more focused on. But this could also have you stressed. It could also make you feel like you're trapped, doing things that you want to do in your heart, but it's just maybe it's a lot for you, or you just don't want to have to deal with it. Maybe there's a lot of arguing that goes through with this, or the people that are supposed to be there for you are the people that you argue with the most, or they leave whenever they have, whenever you're no longer serving them. There could also be some addictions going on in this situation as well, whether it's, emotionally or, physically dependent on something or a substance. It seems as though there's just a lot of layers to why you haven't necessarily been wanting to deal with all of the family stuff, but at the same time it's still here. Whether you're dealing with it financially, emotionally, physically with these people, you're going through it, okay? And I definitely see that here in the middle of your spread. Going to the High Priestess here. So it seems as though what you have to do. Let's go ahead and see what it is that you know. What do they know? I think you got to get out there, and you kind of got to, like, it's do or die time now. This is kind of where you you excel with doing things with the quickness and doing things that you just know you got to do because you got to get it done. For the sake of peace and for like family to be okay and for everything to just be pure, I feel like you need that for yourself. It's time for you to, really boss up and come into the person that you were supposed to be. This could also be saying that you're stepping into you're initiating yourself into higher ground, whether that's education-wise, whether it's money, whether it's just becoming a better you, making better decisions, becoming a father, becoming a mother, whatever it is. You're really stepping into a higher formal position in your life specifically, okay? All right, let's go to the end of your January, Aries. Whoa. Okay. So the end of your January, we're starting with the the Knight of Cups. And so this is basically saying you're finally understanding what you got to do to keep the peace around you. I definitely think that emotionally you're feeling a lot more stable. And in many ways you're feeling just more optimistic because things are going a lot more smoother in that section of your life. Let's see what details we can get on your emotional life. Status of emotional life. Alrighty. So yes, you're being honest with yourself. You're having control of your emotions, and you're also reflecting and being introspective with yourself and really looking at yourself in the mirror. You could also be having peace and trusting a Virgo as well in your life. Sun, moon, or rising. Having peace with the Virgo as well. Moving on, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So it seems as though the things that were making it hard to be around each other, if you are in a relationship, or just hard to be around that person in your family situation we were talking about, there seemed to be that people were still not being honest, or people were still having issues getting over those betrayals or those outcomes. What's happening with this now? Status of the situation. Okay, so it seems as though you had to learn, you had to kind of be the apprentice for a second as an Aries, just as a fire sign, understand your emotions, and then really become, like, have a foundation for your emotions, and kind of like be able to express that to the other person. Like you were able to finally communicate everything you were feeling as an Aries, and it paid off. Now it seems as though there's more foundation in what you believe and what's going on in the actual situation between you and this other person. Two of Wands is how you're going to end off your January, okay? So it looks like you're going to be looking at bigger and better things. Bigger and better things in what area of life? You're definitely going to be looking towards like becoming, expanding, but let's see in what way. What part of life? So maybe with the Leo, or you could also be trying to expand just your happiness and the things that you want. Maybe you're looking at things from a different perspective. You're finally making decisions on and making actions on things that you need to be trying to pursue. You may start looking at things and being more honest about them and not being as sneaky, you know what I'm saying, and being more open, communicative wise about whatever it is that you're doing, and also kind of cleaning up your financial act with learning how to save and learning how to do things so that universe doesn't have to teach you any major lessons like dealing with any drinking or partying or things of that nature, or maybe just not being happy with work and not being consistent for some of you. So it seems as though everything is turning out for the better. You're really trying to become a better you. I can see it here. And you're really working on yourself. And so I really like to see that, Aries. Make sure you don't get caught up in all the mess. I do see a lot of obstacles coming, but it's like stuff that you can't avoid. It's just stuff that you have to react to in a certain way. It's all about how you react, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. If you need any readings, email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com and we can get something going for you. I offer different types of readings and I change them up quite often. So whenever you're ready to stop by and see what I have to offer, all you have to do is shoot me an email. I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you, Aries, very, very soon.